In this video, I will cover some of the Falcon aspects of Trump. So I will start off by showing some clips from the movie Captain America: Winter Soldier. You've probably seen other people by now that have made mentions of this movie. I will express some of my thoughts on it though. I will point out that back in 2015, I used to have a YouTube channel called Escape the World. It never got successful. I believe the second video I did was on the Winter Soldier. Now, I had a somewhat different mindset back then. It was 10 years ago and I've learned so much since. I stopped doing anything with the channel because work got really busy for a few years. I don't even remember how to access it. So if you decide to look at it, that's fine. However, I don't look at the channel anymore, so it wouldn't do any good to comment or subscribe. I'm amazed it's still on YT. Back then, I did not have a microphone, so anything I wanted to say, I had to write in text in the video. So yes, back then I was familiar with Enter the Stars, KJ and the Scariest Movie Ever, Truth Shock, Scrawny to Brawny, and others. Now that you know a little bit more about my background, let's get started. One of Captain America's sidekicks is the Falcon, so that's why I bring him up today. The actor who portrays the Falcon, Anthony Mackie, was born on September 23rd. That's the 266th day of the year, with 99 remaining. He is currently 46 years old. How about that? Trump was born in 1946, and Mackie is 46 years old at the start of his second term. The movie is all about the police state run by Hydra, Captain America and the Falcon, America and the Falcon Head, Horus, and his all-seeing eye. Here's the first clip.
On your left. On your left.
On my left. Got it. Don't say it. Don't you say
On
it.
your left.
Come on!
As you can see, the movie starts with Captain America and the Falcon running around the reflecting pool, which means they are right by the Washington Monument Needle and the Lincoln Memorial. Well, Captain America keeps passing him on his left, so Captain America represents the minute hand on a clock, while the Falcon represents the hour hand. Since they are running counterclockwise, they are going back in time. Then in the last scene, they are going clockwise, meaning going forward in time. Going back and forward in time by the portal, reflecting pool, and the needle. While on the subject of reflecting pools, don't forget the reflecting pool scene from Forrest Gump, when Jennifer and Forrest run into the pool to greet each other. The name Jennifer means soul, I believe. Then, of course, Forrest is a tree reference, and Gump rhymes with you-know-who. I'll let you figure out what that means. Time for the next clip. See if you can hear the Trump reference.
You just took it.
What unit you with?
58th Pararescue. But now I'm working down at the VA. Sam Wilson.
Steve Rogers.
So the Falcon used to be with the 58th Pararescue Unit. That's right, another 58. On top of that, it was Pararescue. So in other words, he fell from the sky, like the fallen angels fell from heaven. So then I have to ask, does the number 58 relate to the fallen angels somehow? I don't know. I'm asking. Maybe that's why the number 58 shows up so much in relation to Trump. Moving on.
Hey fellas, either one of you know where the Smithsonian is? I'm here to pick up a fossil.
It's hilarious.
The Black Widow says, does anyone know where the Smithsonian is? I'm here to pick up a fossil. Well, most of us know that the Smithsonian hides the truth in the basement, like that of the fossils of the ancient ones or something. So that clip was a hint hint wink wink moment. Next clip.
This is Project Insight. 3 next-generation helicarriers synced to a network of targeting satellites.
Launch from the Lemurian star.
Once we get them in the air, they never need to come down. Continuous suborbital flight, courtesy of our new repulsor engines.
Stark?
He had a few suggestions once he got an up-close look at our old turbines.
But there are 3 Insight helicarriers. That makes me think of the 3 witches. I posted a video where I talked about them. That was in my Dolly Parton videos. I also showed where the 3 precogs from Minority Report were a modern example of the 3 witches. They were clairvoyant, kind of like the lavender pen from Back to the Future with the name Clara on it. So the lavender artificial intelligence is a form of clairvoyance. That is why they named the helicarriers Project Insight. This is kind of like foresight or clairvoyance. The next clip is interesting.
These new long-range precision guns can eliminate 1,000 hostiles a minute. The satellites can read a terrorist's DNA before he steps outside his spider hole.
The satellites can read a terrorist's DNA before he steps out of his spider hole. That's a loaded statement, so let's break it down. This is what I suspect. They have a way to scan someone's DNA from a distance. You see, the 57 frequency towers can transmit and receive signals. In bioelectric medical research, nanotechnology can transmit and receive signals. Just type in the search, injectable nanotechnology. So basically, they can tell who has been injected and who hasn't just by being scanned. They can tell who has been genetically modified and who is still human. The human will not transmit or receive signals. That will raise some questions by the new system. Those people trying to escape the new Golden Age system will try to hide. They may even dig a spider hole. Anyone trying to hide from the system will be considered a terrorist. Remember Saddam Hussein? They found him in a spider hole. Then, of course, the satellites are mentioned. You know, Starlink, transmitting and receiving the 5-7 frequency signals where there are no operational towers. Next clip.
We knew that despite all the diplomacy and the handshaking and the rhetoric, that to build a really better world sometimes means having to tear the old one down.
Good old Robert Redford. Do you think he says his 10 Hail Satans in the morning? Did you know that as of Trump's second term, he is 88 years old? He was born on August 18th, 1936. In that clip, it sounds like he's talking about Build Back Better, destroying the old world to build a better one. On to the next clip.
Rogers, Stephen, born 1918. Romanov, Natalia Alyanovna, born 1984.
So, Steve Rogers was born in 1918, and Natasha, the Black Widow, was born in 1984. Well, that's a difference of 66 years. There's your 66 reference. This next part you've probably seen before.
Accessing archive. Hydra was founded on the belief that humanity could not be trusted with its own freedom. What we did not realize was that if you try to take that freedom, they resist. The war taught us much. Humanity needed to surrender its freedom willingly. For 70 years, Hydra has been secretly feeding crisis, reaping war. Hydra created a world so chaotic that humanity is finally ready to sacrifice its freedom to gain its security. Once the purification process is complete, Hydra's new world order will arise.
Basically, it's order out of chaos, the disease and the cure, the problem and the solution. In this next clip, you'll hear a name I have mentioned before.
Oh, wait, what about that girl from accounting? Laura?
Lillian. Lip piercing, right?
Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that.
So once again, the name Lillian shows up. I previously said this was a take on the name Lilith, the Demon Queen. The name Lillian was used in WKRP for Carlson's mother and in Smallville for Lex Luthor's mother. The Satanists loved Lilith. The next clip will be self-explanatory. I won't have to say much, and I know other people have seen it by now. I had this in my original video in 2015.
Zola's algorithm is a program for choosing Insight's targets.
What targets?
You, a TV anchor in Cairo, the Undersecretary of Defense, a high school valedictorian in Iowa City, Bruce Banner, Stephen Strange, anyone who's a threat to Hydra. Now, or in the future.
In the future? How could it know?
How could it not? The 21st century is a digital book. Zola taught Hydra how to read it. Your bank records, medical histories, voting patterns, emails, phone calls, your damn SAT scores. Zola's algorithm evaluates people's past to predict their future.
Gotta love algorithms and artificial intelligence, right? This next clip was in my 2015 video also. Back then, I saw a lot of things that concerned me. I was not a fan of Obama. So for those that think I'm some liberal because I call Trump a Satanist, keep in mind, I thought the same of Obama. Here's the next clip.
I can bring order to the lives of 7 billion people by sacrificing 20 million.
So in order to bring law and order to the world, the movie suggests eliminating 20 million people. Of course, I believe a whole lot more will die for various reasons. But I added that clip 10 years ago because it made me think of what Larry Grathwohl said. He was an agent who infiltrated the Weather Underground. That group was headed by Bill Ayers, a good buddy of Obama. Maybe you remember. So here's a part of what Mr. Grathwohl said.
I ask, well, what is going to happen to those people that we can't re-educate, that are die-hard capitalists? And the reply was that they'd have to be eliminated. And when I pursued this further, they estimated that they would have to eliminate 25 million people in these re-education centers. And when I say eliminate, I mean kill.
The group of evil people he was talking to estimated that they would have to eliminate 25 million people. That's close to the number mentioned in the Captain America movie. Well, this video is going long already. I don't want it to be like the last one. When I started this series, I thought it would only take 2 parts. I was wrong. So yes, there will be a part 4 to Trump the Falconer. Thanks for watching. May Jesus guide us all.